Welcome to your WWE Raw review for June 5th, 2017. This was actually an okay show, except for the opening part. The show started with Bray Wyatt. He talks about extreme rules and calls himself a god. He says he's going to cast judgment on Joe, Rollins, Balor, and Shipman Lames. And this is why the first part sucked, because Shipman Lames comes out, the crowd boos, and Michael Cole says, a thunderous reaction for Reigns. Like, they keep trying to no-sell the fucking boos. Can y'all just accept it for what it is? The guy's never gonna get over with the crowd. He sucks. We don't want him as the next face of the fucking company. We've already went through fucking 12 plus years of John Cena's bullshit. We don't want to see his bullshit now. It's bad enough you guys already had him fucking retired The Undertaker and didn't want him to face Brock Lesnar next year. And you all know Brock Lesnar's fucking contract is up next year. And if he don't resign, then there's a possibility Reigns might retire Lesnar. But I don't want to fucking see that. Fuck Shipman Lames. The crowd chants Roman sucks, and Wyatt gives him the mic for some reason. Before he talks, the crowd just goes, let's go Roman, Roman sucks. Shipman says this is his yard and hits Wyatt. Fuck your yard. Then they have a match. And of course, Shipman Lames won, and Michael Cole yells out, it's the big dog show. Now, why don't you just go, why don't you and him go in the back and let him shove his fucking dick up your ass? You fucking douche. He put JR back on commentary. They brought JR back. We ain't seen him since WrestleMania. Get rid of fucking Michael Cole. He sucks. He always sucked. Ass kisser. Company stooge. Next, Charlie Caruso interviews Enzo and Cass. She asks about him being attacked. He says he don't know who did it, and he speaks nonsense afterwards, like he be talking about random shit. Cass says he didn't do it, and he will watch Enzo's back. Okay, we all know they're gonna break up Enzo and Cass, so. But something later on in the night happened where it's like, okay, maybe they're being set up by somebody. I'll get to that later. But we get a recap of that horrible kendo stick on a pole match from Extreme Rules with Bayley and Alexa Bliss. Bayley's not going to be there tonight because she's recovering from her wounds. She needs to go back to NXT. She sucks. Raw GM Kurt Angle's looking at something on his phone, and Alexa Bliss appears and says she wants to do it. Alexa Bliss, this is my life, Angle. And I'm just sitting there like, no, no, no. And Kurt Angle said what I was thinking. No. He even mentioned that that Bayley, this is your life segment got the worst. I mean, was the worst segment in Raw history. In my opinion, it was bad, but it wasn't worse. I've seen a lot worse over the years, like a fucking New Day segment and Shipman Lames and but yeah, Angle says she will face Nia Jax and the title will be on the line because remember Alexa had promised Nia Jax a title match like a month ago, so Elias Sampson sings a song and plays guitar in the ring. Ambrose comes out and hits him with a mic and beat him up. He then gets on the mic and says he wants a rematch against The Miz for the Intercontinental title. Miz appears on the Titantron and said there will be a celebration later on in the night. You're not going to get your match. And Elias Sampson attacked Ambrose. They go to commercial. Then after the commercial, Ambrose is backstage and he sees Kurt Angle and wants Kurt to send the ref to the men's dressing room. And Kurt says no and orders Ambrose to take the night off. Samoa Joe comes out next. He said he doesn't fear Brock Lesnar. He said he wants to take everything from Lesnar, such as his work schedule, his ability to strike fear, and Heyman as his advocate, and most importantly, the Universal Championship. Paul Heyman comes out, does his shtick, puts over Joe as a badass, and says Joe is the worst case scenario because Joe wants to go to war with Lesnar. He says that Great Balls of Fire, Brock will be Joe's worst case scenario. Joe hems Heyman up against the ring corner and says he will hurt Lesnar, and then he puts Heyman in the coquina clutch. The refs comes out to help Heyman and the segment ends. This was the best shit of the night right here. Now this is how you fucking build up a badass right here. You got him beating up Paul Heyman, saying he's not scared of fucking Lesnar. That's good right here. They need to do more of this stuff with some of these other folks on here. So I like that angle, and we all know what this leading up to next week, but I'll get to that later because something happens in the night. Next, Kurt Angle yells at Samoa Joe backstage, and Joe says he will take out anyone in his way. And Joe asks Angle, "Are you in my way?" And I'm like, "Oh shit, that's fucking awesome." If y'all watched TNA back in the day, you know Samoa Joe and Kurt Angle, they had their little run-ins and stuff. So it's kind of a throwback to that for all of us who watched TNA back in the day. So Rollins comes in and says, "I am," and Kurt makes a match between the two. So we see another Samoa Joe versus Seth Rollins match again. Kind of a little bit redundant, but yeah. The new Raw Tag Team Champions Cesaro and Sheamus comes out for a match against Heath Slater and Rhino. Sheamus won for his team with a broke kick, and they poked fun at the Hardys afterwards. They worked on the show. Neville and TJP are backstage. TJP wants the title shot because remember Neville had promised him if they had took out Austin Aries. So TJP faced Mustafa, whatever the fuck his name was, and won. Neville comes out and says TJP will not get a title shot. He did beats up TJP. So now I guess TJP gonna go back to being a face now. So I guess they're gonna try to make him like the sympathetic baby face. Okay, well, Shattered Dreams production time. Goldust reacts to R-Truth's parody from last week. He also says Hollywood will be glittered in gold, and the golden age is back. So I guess Goldust gonna go back to his old gimmicks. Guess he's gonna be wearing them wigs and shit again. Dana Brooks, Dick Sexy Ass, is backstage with Mickey James and the Greyhound dog. Alexa Bliss comes out and tries to get them to help beat up Nia Jax. They said no, and they said they will be at ringside to watch. Having fucking technical difficulties again. Fuck this shit. So, with all this fucking shit with Corey Graves, Kurt Angle, and all this, we all know what this is leading to. Expect to see a return in the next few weeks. We all know who that is. Welcome to the Queendom, Stephanie McMahon. Wouldn't mind seeing Stephanie back. So, kind of miss Stephanie. I know a lot of people don't like hearing her talk, but kind of enjoy fucking seeing her on TV. But guess I'm probably one of the only few. But after the commercial, Kurt Angle is walking backstage, and some jabroni asks him about his and Graves' convo, and he says it's none of your business, and walks out of the arena. And that's when Dean Ambrose snuck back in. Titus O'Neil with Apollo Crews at ringside faced Kalisto. Another redundant match. Been doing this past few weeks. Tozawa watched the match backstage on a flat screen. Kalisto won. Miz and Maurice are headed to the ring, and Big Cass is laid out on the side, and Enzo runs over pissed off. Commercial. After the commercial, Enzo is holding the chain that Cass gave to him before the commercial. Apparently, someone is trying to turn Enzo and Cass against each other. Saying that they've been attacking each other, but who is it? Some people say it's the Revival. Some people say it's Big Cass setting up Enzo. Maybe Corey Graves has something to do with it, but I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. Maurice is in the ring, and there's a guy in a bear costume in the ring. Miz comes out and says he's the only guy who deserves the Intercontinental title. He asks the audience to raise their styrofoam cups up for a toast. Miz mentions the bear. Maurice says she didn't get the bear, and the bear gets beat up by the Miz. And Miz unmasked the bear thinking it was Ambrose, but it was not. Then a big gift is rolled out, and Miz grabs a steel chair and attacks the gift with it. It does elbow drops on it. I thought this was pretty funny seeing Miz doing fucking elbow drops on the giant gift. Kind of reminds me of when Ric Flair be doing elbow drops on his jacket. So Maurice says it was from her, which was a grandfather clock, and Maurice gets upset and leaves. Miz then calls out Ambrose, and Ambrose is dressed as the cameraman. He gets in the ring, and while Miz is all raging and crap, and then he undisguised himself, and then he gave the Miz dirty deeds. Next, Gallows and Anderson faced Enzo and a partner of his choosing, which was the Big Show. Big Show and Enzo did a skit before the match where Enzo was talking about Show's weight loss, and Show did the soft thing. They squashed Gallows and Anderson. After the match, they're walking backstage, and Big Cass appears and blames Big Show for the attacks. Because Show hasn't been on Raw, Big Cass like, wow, it's certainly convenient that you appeared when we started getting beat up and stuff. Like, Show says he's a giant and doesn't need to resort to sneak attacks. Cass and Enzo did go to the casino. R-Truth did a Truth Productions video, Goldust, and I laughed. That same jabroni interviewer from earlier interviewed Alexa Bliss about her match with Nia Jax. It's like some guy, I don't know his name, but they got him as like a backstage interviewer. So just let Charlie do all the interviews. Yeah, love seeing her sexy ass on fucking screen. Nia Jax versus Alexa Bliss for the Raw Championship, Women's Championship happened. Alexa Bliss get herself disqualified by attacking Dana Brooke and Mickie James. So Alexa retained, and Nia beat up Dana and Mickie afterwards. Backstage, Heyman is being checked on by a WWE trainer, and he gets a phone call from Brock Lesnar. Heyman tells Brock he needs to show up next week to still fear Samoa Joe. So, yeah, Brock's going to be on Raw next week. Hopefully, this is how I will book him, though. I will have Brock go out there and squash, like, interfere in random matches and just start kicking everybody's ass. Kind of like the way Kane did back in 1998 during his Night of Destruction when The Undertaker had turned on him. When Taker and Paul Bearer turned on him around on Judgment Day. And then Kane had went on a Night of Destruction, interfered in everybody's matches and was kicking ass. And then at the end of the night, he got in a steel cage with Steve Austin and Taker. And then he set the cage on fire and they fought in the cage. Yeah, they need to do something similar with Brock Lesnar. Just have him go out there, squash everybody, whether if it's jobbers, mid-carders, it don't fucking care. And then keep Samoa Joe off TV to like towards the end of the night. Like Samoa Joe just come out there and say the reason why he didn't show up because he's not scared. It's like, okay, say he's not scared, but he was out partying and shit with friends. So, but he still showed up and he's got on like some fucking suit. Kind of like The Rock did with his $500 suits and shit back in the day. Samoa Joe got a suit on and he's like, say he'll fight Lesnar in the suit or whatever, then calls out Lesnar, then they fight, whatever. So probably a shitty idea once we got to the suit, but I try to come up with ideas to make WWE better. So in the main event, Samoa Joe beat Seth Rollins due to a Wyatt distraction. So I guess Rollins and Wyatt are going to be feuding now. Great. At least it's something fresh. All right, that's it for Raw. SmackDown tonight. Got like this, and then the next one, then Money in the Bank. Two SmackDowns to Money in the Bank. Yeah. So you just had Extreme Rules this past Sunday. This coming Sunday is not a pay-per-view, but then the next one is a pay-per-view. Too many pay-per-views. It's getting ridiculous. Well, at least after that, Great Balls of Fire would be like at SummerSlam, it'd be spread out. Wait. No, I think Battleground is next after Great Balls of Fire. Shit. So it won't be so spread out. Fuck. Oh well. Get the fuck off here. I'm out.